Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. It is Friday night. How are you guys doing? It's good to have you with us from all around the world. Good to see you and you and you and you. Did you miss us yesterday? Yes, we had a day off. We had lots of work to do, several radio shows to host, and then a new exciting television project we were working on, and then also planning all the shows for next week, too, with the amazing guests we have coming up. So it's good to see all of you. Hopefully you went to bed early, some of you in Europe and other parts of the world who stay up late for our show. Hopefully you got some good rest. You're all rested up and ready for a Friday night. A great conversation, music, entertainment, lifestyle conversation, and so much more on our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. This is the Jim Masters Show Live. I am your host, Jim Masters. I've been doing this kind of work for a long time as a TV and radio personality, host, presenter, voiceover artist, stage MC, actor, writer, producer, journalist, everything. And now host nightly of this show that we've been doing for almost 24 weeks. Well over, I gotta take one day and just count up all the episodes. It's 150 plus, just about every single night live, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. When I go to sleep, I hear myself saying that 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I think it just comes to me when I'm in the shower. I'm saying 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's ingrained in me, but sometimes we have also done the show at different times. Like we do have some upcoming episodes that we're going to be doing earlier on some of the Sundays because the guest is in Europe. So when it's 3 p.m. here, it'll be 8 p.m. like in Ireland or Scotland or England. Or if it's Sweden or other places, it would be, around similar timing. So we want to make sure that we can have their fans, the audience that they have, join our fabulous audience of Lovities. So we're sort of working around the different times of the guests. We're generally 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific every single day. But on some of our extra special episodes where we have guests from other countries like Europe and different time zones, we're making adjustments so the audience is tripled. We have all of you, and then we have all of their fans joining us as well. We have a little fresh squeezed Florida orange juice here just to wet the palate on a Friday night. Hope you guys are doing well. Every once in a while, I just crave just fresh squeezed orange juice, just basic orange juice. No, there's nothing in it. It's not a screwdriver or anything. It's just fresh squeezed orange juice. And I hope you guys are doing well. We did miss you, of course. We miss you when we're not here, which is very, very rare. But we had such a busy day. And today was ultra busy, too. I was on the air all day long, hosting multiple radio shows, interviewing lots of prominent folks in business and life coaching, and wearing my professional hat. We are here with you tonight, and let's greet everybody. All of your friends are here. Yes, I know you look for George Burns and Jeannie and Gilligan. There's George and Gilligan. They are here saying hello, and we'll show them a little bit more during the course of the broadcast. But good to have you with us. Hope you're having a good day. If you're not, you know what? It's spreading around the world. Everybody is learning that this is the place to come for inspiration, positivity, good conversations, authenticity, lots of fun, and who knows, whatever the heck happens, because anything can happen when you're live. I love live. We give you your money's worth of incredible entertainment, no charge, and conversation and so much more. Christine Clifton watching in North Carolina. Hi, happy Friday, Jim. Hello to you too, Christine. Lovities. We welcome violinist and composer Diane DELIN to the show this evening, Levity Hall. We have amazing music and conversation soon. Absolutely. Good to see you, Christine. And Willie is here from the Netherlands. Yes, there is my storyteller again. I have missed you. Happy Friday, everyone. We missed you as well, Willie. Hopefully you did go to bed early last night, so you're all rested up. You got a nice sleep last night early. Actually, we did too. Mary Bishop. Hello, Jim and everyone. Great to be here again from Pine Island, Florida. Nice to see you there, Mary Bishop, watching on our YouTube channel. I encourage everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell all your friends to subscribe to the channel. We're building that channel with content. We actually posted additional content in the last couple of days. Some of my previous professional work in television, commercials, hosting, spokesperson work. Say that 5 times fast. And some of that's been posted on there as well. Which is kind of cool. So we've got some other content that we're putting on that YouTube channel in addition to the Jim Masters Show Live. Nice to see you, Mary. Fortnite Gaming is here. Raphael, good to see you. Okay, happy Friday, everyone. And Jim, this is the day that we've all been waiting for. Mom, Diane DELIN, is going to be live on the Jim Masters Show. You got it, Fortnite Gaming. Now, tell all your friends, all those video gamers, to subscribe to the Jim Masters TV channel. Jim Masters TV, subscribe. I'm sure you deal with thousands of video gamers. Tell them to love our channel. We would love that, Raphael. Fortnite Gaming. Good to see you as well. And yes, your mom is here. She's poised in front of that piano. She's ready to go. Kathy Short is here. Good evening, Jim and Lovely family from Cleveland, Ohio. Good to see you from Cleveland. Tulips from Willie. Mary Bishop says, hi all. Christopher in Ohio. Hello, Jim and Lovedies. Hope everybody's well. Hope your families are well. You know, it's a crazy time right now with pandemics and all of that. Things are rising, so be safe. Good Friday evening, Jim and everyone. And Wozniak, absolutely. Juanita in South Africa. Hello, Jim and everyone. Good to see you as well. San Diego's in the house. Hello, all Lovedies. Welcome to Lovedy Hall from Dante CD. Brazil is in the house. South America. Happy Friday night. Nice to see you, Jim Masters TV. Nice to see you, Carla, as well. Always nice to see you from beautiful Brazil. Kathleen Walker is here. Hi, Jim. Nice to see you as always. Hi, everyone. Hope all is well. Reporting in from New York City, from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Good to see you as well. You got a flat tire. You're not happy? Well, you know what's going to happen. We're going to make you Zen, Jen, on our show. Sharon DeMaria is here. Happy Friday evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us again, Sharon in Connecticut, Maryland in Wichita, Kansas. Hi, Jim and all our Lovedies. Good to see you as well, Maryland. And Dante CD in San Diego. Hi there, Mr. Celebrity. Good to see you again. You as well, my friend. Soraya is here. Hi, Jim. Hi to you, Soraya. Isigari in Barcelona, Spain is here. Good to see you, Issy. Once again, we love when you're here as well. Mary Bishop is here. Nice to see you as well. This is fantastic. And Merlin is still our viewer of the week. We're going to have to come up with a new one. I think on Monday. This is your 133rd show. Wow. Thank you very much. Top fan, Willie. Facebook finally gave you that designation on my Facebook page. I know you've been waiting for that. And it wasn't something I don't have any control. We don't have any control of that. That's a Facebook thing. So you're top fan. I'm very excited about that. Welcoming Diane as well. No nap today. So you've been up all day. It's 1 a.m. there in the Netherlands. Ralph Lampkin says, good evening to all the Lovedies. You as well, Ralph. Sherry Schoenlein is here. And hello, Lovedies. Glad to see all of you tonight. You as well. It's a wonderful community that we've been building here on the show, isn't it? Absolutely. Nice emojis from Issy. Karen, hello, Lovedies. Hope you're all having a great evening and continue to have a great weekend. You too, Karen Campbell Green in Canada. Oh, my friend Robbie Ludwig. Yes, love her. Killing it. Jim Masters TV. Thank you very much, Robbie. Got to get you on too as a guest. I would love to have you as a guest. She's a dear friend and a television colleague as well. She's amazing. I love her. Renee in Iowa. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Renee. Marcia in North Carolina. Marcia Murphy Watson. Hello from everybody in North Carolina. We love that. More folks coming in here. This is awesome. We love this. More emojis coming in, and happy weekend from Missy Gari in Barcelona, and so much more. So we're checking in. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are smiling, because if you're not, we will make you smile. That's what we do all the time here on the show. We have some amazing guests that are going to be coming up in the next several weeks as well. But tonight we have the wonderful Diane DELIN. A couple more quick comments coming in here that we're going to welcome her to the show. Hey, Jimbo, love the striped shirt. Thank you very much. That's courtesy of Jay crew. I should have them as a sponsor. Robbie, perfect. We'll make a date. I would love that. And hi, Willie from Renee. See, what happens is all of our lovities, our viewers, our lovities like to greet each other as well. Let me tell you about our extraordinary guest. I'm very excited to have her here. She's a violinist, a composer, recording artist, and an educator. Her jazz work has earned her the Downbeat magazine's Critics Poll Rising Star category 4 times. She has also received such comments as her elegance and expertise are always obvious from Jazz Times magazine, while the LA Times prints Diane DELIN produces improvisations of considerable style and unmistakable integrity. St. Louis Sheldon Concert Hall gives her standing ovation, while the Chicago Tribune remarks evocative performance, the way Diane DELIN and these musicians merge jazz rhythm with quasi-classical instrumentation. It could lure both audiences. Boston Jazz's critic Fred Bouchard adds, she's really a fine player with exquisite taste. And Cadence magazine comments, perfect for the museum music series circuit, music most exquisitely realized. Diane's performances have included a range from Ireland's Cork Jazz Festival to Sunset Sunside in Paris to Dubuque, Iowa's Clark College Jazz Ahead in Bremen, Germany, to New Orleans' Snug Harbor, to Chicago's Jazz Showcase, as well as the Kingston, New York Jazz Festival, to Chicago's Jazz Festival, WTTW, PBS, as well in Chicago, Center Stage Live. I know that station well with my affiliations with public television all these years. And happy anniversary to PBS, 50 years. PBS, congratulations. Taste of Chicago to Portland, Indiana Performing Arts Center series, among others. She's done it all. Some violinists emulate horns, and some have come through the gypsy violin influenced swing style. In Diane's hands, jazz violin cannot be easily classified. She's created her own unique voice on the instrument. That voice can be heard on her 5 CD releases and all of Diane's recordings on the Blue Jazz label. And thanks to Blue Jazz Records for the incredible promotion and mention that they did this week. We really appreciate that, and that beautiful graphic that they created. All of these on the Blue Jazz label and have received international airplay and reached the jazz charts in the US, with her 5th reaching number 5. Her 3rd release was named in the top 10 Chicago Artist Releases of the Year by the Chicago Sun-Times, which is exciting, along with numerous favorable performance reviews and feature articles and publications internationally as well. She's also published articles on musical equipment and has even been cited as a crossword clue in United Airlines In-Flight magazine. In addition to concerts, she presents clinics, master classes, and residencies as well, and participatory educational programs and all kinds of cool things. She also does creative commercial and session work too, in addition to everything else, including production and arranging. She produced D. Alexander's Wild as the Wind, Blue Jazz, which earned the coveted 5-star review in Downbeat, and so much more. She grew up in Evanston, Indiana, Illinois, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago's North Side, bordering as well. And when she was 6, she began studying piano and began violin at 9. And ever since, it's been magic. I studied violin in school when I was a kid, but we've got the real expert joining me here live from Illinois right now, the one and only Diane DELIN. Diane, welcome to the show. It's great to have you with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jim. It's great to be here.
So how are you doing? How are you, getting through all the craziness of this 2020 that we've all been sort of working our way through?
I'm doing it philosophically. What can I say? Yeah. I was discussing this actually tonight with my husband, who is Greg Jasenko. He's a guitarist and a singer. He's also president of Blue Jazz. And we were talking about how it really helps to be an artist or somebody in the arts. And I imagine it applies to being somebody who learns a sports too, because you learn process and you learn that things take time and you have to go from step to step to step to step. And I think that helps a lot of us be able to navigate this thing that requires so much patience to get through. the crazy part of it, well, then
Yeah,
hopefully we have the arts to sort of help quell the storm a little bit that
that's
way.
exactly right. Just want to show you all the Lovities are welcoming you with love. Dante or Danilo. Now he's on Facebook, so it's Danilo. San Diego. He's tag teaming. I love. He's a real Lovity. He watches on YouTube and Facebook. Danilo is in beautiful San Diego. He welcomes you. And Renee in Iowa welcomes you as well, as she's finishing up digging out of. They've had a tough time in Iowa. They had a snowstorm recently. They had this inland hurricane, derecho, or whatever you call the thing, come through Iowa. They really are a very resilient lot in Iowa. There, they get the brunt of a lot of different weather patterns. It sort of meets in the middle. But she says hello to you, and Marcia Murphy Watson. Very happy that you're here. Kathleen Walker in New York City welcomes you as well. Christopher Joseph in Ohio welcomes you. Isigari in Barcelona, Spain, welcoming you live as well. Juanita here from South Africa, watching and loving it and welcoming you as well. Marilyn Hammond from Wichita, Kansas, welcoming you to Lovety Hall. Willie, who is in Holland in the beautiful Netherlands, welcome to the best show of the world, the Jim Masters Show. We love that, with her Dutch accent and everything. Sherry says, welcome, Diane, to Lovety Hall. So glad you are here. Mary Bishop from Pine Island, Florida, welcomes you as well. And all these great welcomes. And Marcia, you are a fashion plate, Jim. Wow. Thank you. Is there a way to print? Hey, can we print that out? And thanks, Marcia. I appreciate that. Yeah, we do have a walk-in closet. It's because of my television work. I got a lot of clothes. Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania. They got a lot of visitors right now coming to Pennsylvania, as there's an election coming up. So Pennsylvania is a real popular spot right now. She says, hey, Diane. We're going to put a smile on your face. You had a flat tire today, so we'll put a smile on your face, Jen. Gary is here. Hello, Diane, from in New York City. Fantastic. Welcome, Gary. Good to have you here. That's awesome as well. So you started early on, in Evanston, and you had those early influences of music. Tell us about some of those influences within the household that turned you on to music. And what was it about violin that spoke to you? I've always loved the violin, and I studied it early on. But I mean, you've made it your tremendous passion. Tell us about the introduction to the violin and some of those musical influences you had early on in your life, Diane. And Christine welcomes you from North Carolina as well. Welcome, Diane, to Lovety Hall. You're now a Lovety. Excited to hear your music.
Thanks. Early life, we were a musical family, and my grandmother was a frustrated violinist. She was of the generation where she had to go to work when she was high school aged to, help the family, and they couldn't afford any violin lessons. So she took a couple, and she had talent, and so her desire, was to have music around her. And her one son became a professional violist, and she had 3 children. They all played a degree of music, and then I was given my first violin by her. So that's how that all started. However, when I was thinking about what instrument to play, I didn't want to play violin. I wanted to play flute, because I thought I could walk around the park and play and take it with me wherever I wanted. Yeah, it was very practical, and I thought it would be fun. But when you start on something, I excelled on it, so it was easy to stay with it. Although I also, as I grew, I'm not sure if I ever, at one point I thought, well, maybe I should be a writer, not a violinist. Maybe I should, But when you get the more entrenched you get in something, it just, music runs in my head all the time, so it makes sense, I guess.
So growing up, what were some of the influences for you? Who's some of the people that you admired in terms of music? What were you listening to as, you were coming up the ranks?
Well, I went through the whole heavy classical thing and played all the symphonies and stuff. And well, the youth symphonies, and we have a Chicago Civic Orchestra. I played in that. And I have a memory for music. I remember things very easily musically, not in terms of facts of life, but music. It's like a different part of the brain. And so at a certain point, I thought, my gosh, I've got all this symphonic stuff memorized. Is this all there is, you know? At the same time, I was really excited there was a coffee house in Evanston called Amazing Grace. And it was started on Northwestern's campus, and then they expanded out to other locations around Evanston. But they brought in all these artists from all over. They had, you know, anybody from Vassar Clemens to Pat Metheny to McCoy Tyner to just a wide range of styles. And
love all those too, especially Pat Metheny.
Yeah, and so as a child, as you know, in high school, I was able to sit 3 feet from these guys and watch them because they allowed kids in. It was a BYOB place. I think for a while there, maybe they didn't even have that, but it was something where families could go, which is something that's so critically important, I think. I don't think that it's a whole different vibe when you watch something. Now my students, you know, they look on YouTube and they see all these wonderful performances on YouTube, which are great. They're so accessible. However, it's a totally different vibe when you see something in person and you feel the palpable energy of that exchange, you know. It's just, so it was really very, very inspiring to think about going into other directions than just classical after that.
Yeah, you're right. So what were some of those first steps into other genres aside from classical? What was was it jazz? What was next for you?
I did, well, you know, as a kid, I played around with stuff with my brother and sister, you know, anything. We all listened to the same, you know, rock, pop stuff too, right? And then when I was in college, I looked to take some sort of lessons in jazz, and they were not available to me as a violinist at the time. So I ended up studying with a saxophonist, Joe Daly, who is a rather well-known educator here in Chicago. And
any relation to the mayor?
No.
Or Tyne Daly or her brother? Because Daly is a big name in the Chicago area.
It is. No, I think if he was, he never talked about that part.
Didn't mention the others.
No, I don't think so. But he was he was a touring artist and a very fine player, and he was really known for his teaching. So I went there and I studied with him. And then after that, I studied with, perhaps, trumpet players and piano players and everything I could find, and now it's so wonderful because I teach at Columbia College, and there are programs that teach jazz to string players everywhere around the, colleges around the country. So it's great for people and of course, Europe has always been ahead of us. They.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, they have it too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, did you start performing in school? Tell us about some of that. The training that was happening, where you're really getting serious about devoting all the time and the focus to the violin.
Well, I went to Northwestern, and that at that point it was demanding that this is it, and there was, I really enjoyed it. I did something that wasn't legal at the time, I guess. I studied with my old teacher in Chicago while I was also at Northwestern. So I was taking 3 lessons a week. I was running into Chicago twice a week, studying 2 sets of repertoire. It was crazy. And so now everybody knows I did something that wasn't recommended.
Our Lovedies won't tell. They're Lovedies. They won't tell. Right, Lovedies?
It was so long ago. I think the statute of limitations is,
It's done. Yeah.
But so, and then when I got out of school, I was able to, I slipped into folk music pretty much, and I began, I performed on the folk circuit. And you talked about Irish themes. I really enjoyed getting into the Irish theme for a while.
Yeah.
But I realized there were so many people who were so
incredible fiddlers and violinists, and they
oh my gosh,
it's part of the culture. Yeah, they just one of my friends who was a guest on the show, Mairead Nesbitt, do you know her from Celtic Woman? And she has the long blonde hair, and she's just extraordinarily unbelievable. And when she's on stage, she is barefoot. You can't really see it when you're in the audience, but she's in barefoot. She twirls and moves that much. Lacey Carpenter in Nashville, another fantastic one who was a guest, Tiffany Lauren in Chicago as well. They make it there like you. It's the life. They live it and breathe it. Like you were saying before we even went live on the air, which is a beautiful thing. The music really, you say, isn't about you. You feel like you are receiving energy from outside yourself. You're a conduit, you're a facilitator. So the creativity and all of it, the talent is flowing in and through you and then coming out. Tell us about how you feel that way. That's a beautiful way to approach things, because in my work, that's how I see it. I don't see it as just Jim Masters. Of course, I'm the one waking up and standing here now, but I believe that there's other things and other influences greater than myself that are influencing what I'm saying and doing and how I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think, it's really interesting. They've said, I don't know who they are, but
it's always the they, yeah.
That the great they has said that when people improvise, it's like the two hemispheres of the brain even out. So it's like they're in a meditative state and you are open, right? That's what the meditation state does, is open. And I think that, this is a two-level thing. When you're actually performing and you release and you just are, once you get the chops, you have to have the technical facility and you have to have all those other skills out of the way so that you can just allow things to flow. And then once they flow, you're enabled to just let it come through you. And with composing, for me, actually what I do, my students are going to laugh at this, but what I do is I sit down and I compose at the piano. I sit down and I stop and I listen. And then it comes through my right ear. I don't know why.
It's always the right ear?
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, but and then
that's why you have the earbud in your right ear, because it's coming into your right ear.
Oh, actually, I do that because I'm so used to having it here because I play the violin on the left while I'm recording nowadays over Zoom and stuff. Yeah.
You don't have your violin near just to show us the violin, do you? Or anywhere we could see the violin you use, or violins?
I have a violin. Is it near me? Raphael?
We'll put them to work, right?
My son wants to go get it.
They'd probably love to see it. Yeah, and you can describe it and all.
Yeah. Will you please go get my violin? So.
Thanks, Fortnite Gaming.
I can't hear you now, but I think that the whole process, whatever it is the more. I mean, I've always seen it as being something where is an oxymoron, because in our society, you're marketing the person as opposed to the product, right?
Yes, right.
And so, thank you. Can you put that over here? So the if you're true, like for me, it's about serving the music. Everything that I play is for me to step aside and to be present to serve the character of the music. So each thing that I play, I may have two pieces and I may play them totally different. Like some people will say, oh, in jazz, you're supposed to have the following idiomatic things that you do. But I don't think that they always all apply to every song. It has to do with the character of the song. And so with that being said, when we're supposed to you know, in our marketing world, it's all about the personality. It's all about who's the person, what are they doing, and sometimes it's really what is the person not doing? How are they stepping aside and having things come through? How successful are they at that?
Exactly.
As we can see in today's world, what is, you know, the ego just totally can get so distorted and interfere with so much. You know, we don't know how to even hear each other sometimes, let alone
Right.
the arts. Yeah.
Tell us about that beautiful, lovely instrument you have in front of us. We'll take a full shot screen of it.
This is my instrument. It's a George Klotz violin, and you can see that this is the original varnish here, and it's been worn. So here's your what's left of it. And when this was made, the neck was shorter. It's an old instrument, and back in the time, it's a Mittenwald instrument, and back at the time that it was made, they used to make the neck shorter, and the bridges used to be flatter. So as we modernize the instruments, we, you know, put in these arched bridges, and then we have a longer length here. So the neck is new, and the scroll, I imagine, is new too, but the actual body is the original. And this thing has played. I wish it could talk to me.
How do you feel holding that? I would imagine it's like a child, isn't it? You treat that like it's a member of the family. You have a special relationship with that instrument in your hand.
Yeah, that's a nice insight on your part. That is, you know, they say that your vibrato sets up its own resonance pattern. And so, thank you, Austin. So the vibrato is part of your personality also, right? That's how you are vibrating in your resonance. And so then you become, again, a resonating force.
Right.
With the instrument. So yes, it is like a child in that you have that bond, you know, of gentleness and care with it, but at the same time, there's an intimacy with it too.
Yes. Do you also can you play electric violin and some of the other types of violins as well?
Yeah, I do have a 5-string Tucker Barrett electric violin that I don't use as often anymore, although I do use it for some things. But right now, my focus has been more about resonance, about natural resonance. And that's a beautiful, the Tucker instrument is a beautiful instrument. And I think that I'm very honored to have it. He gave it to me as a, like, I guess an endorsement type thing. And I recorded my second CD on it. And it's really nice. But at the moment, my focus has been more about just, I don't know, there's something about going back to natural resonance and authenticity of sound and
there's always this debate too about analog versus digital, and digital has its place, and it has, you know, it's added a lot of different things, but there's still, like here at the house, we still have the big Onkyo receiver and double cassette deck and turntable and the big speakers, because I like music. I don't love music forced into my ears. You know, I like it filling a room. So the music I like when it's coming. I also, this makes sense too. I also love music sometimes, not necessarily all the time when it comes from in front of me. I like when it comes from behind me, when I'm standing here and the music is flowing past me and over me. There's something about, do you get what I'm saying? There's something about when the music, whether it's a stereo system or whatever it is, the music's coming from behind. It sort of envelops and fills. Does that make sense? How would you explain that from a musical point of view, why I would like it coming also from behind, not just at me?
Well, it's the resonance field, you
Right.
know, and whatever it's coming from, it's kind of, and that's also sort of an energetic thing, right?
Yeah.
It's because it's all, yeah.
Yeah. I love music when it fills the house and it bounces off the walls. It has a more fuller, warmer, deeper sound sometimes than when it's forced directly into just the ear, you know, with a headphone.
Yeah, that's a compression thing, and then
Yeah, flattening compression, higher, right, exactly. Basically like surround sound as well. Antonio Garcia, who's a wonderful chef, says, "Good evening, Diane, and welcome." Greg asks, "How old is it, dear, the violin?"
Oh, the violin, you're 1734.
We got a tag team here, Greg and Fortnite.
Yeah, I guess so.
And do you name your violins? Jennifer in Allentown, Pennsylvania wants to know, do you name them?
No, I don't. Do you think I should, Jennifer?
That would be, I wonder what name you would want to give the violin. Willie asks, so if you're familiar with Andre Rieu and his orchestra from Holland. I interviewed him on public television. You're probably very familiar with him, right?
Yes, I know who he is. I mean, I don't know him personally, but
you've seen the public television specials, and you did one with WTTW, right? You were a part of public television special. What was that like for you?
That was interesting. It was, in fact, I think that we may have sent you a video clip from that. What they did was they picked the songs from my CDs that they wanted me to perform. And then what they did was give you no warm-up time or anything. You know, you just run out on stage, do it, and then you're gone. So whereas with a typical performance, you kind of shape it and you warm into certain things and you get, you know, this one was just kind of, okay, wait your turn, because there were a couple acts on the, more than a couple, I don't remember how many, maybe 3 acts or so on this particular center stage. And so our turn came up and we were just out of the box, go out and play, turn around, you know, do a couple songs, or I think there were only 2 songs that they asked us to do, and then we turned around and came back. But it was a lot of fun because you can't get a better audience than one on PBS, right?
Right, exactly. We do have a clip, and we have several different things to share with our audience this evening with fabulous music. And let's take a look at this now, and then we'll come back and we can talk about it some more. Here is extraordinary jazz violinist and composer Diane DELIN doing her thing. Very nice. Very nice. Bravo. Bravo. Does it take you back a little bit when you see that? You probably remember that evening, huh?
You know, it's so interesting. Technology has gotten so much better. That was about 13 years ago.
Wow. Was it really?
Yeah, that's how
Mm,
much things have changed.
mm,
But that was Dennis Luxon on piano.
yeah.
Dennis is a marvelous pianist that I've done a lot of work with over the
Was as
years.
well.
He's on 4 of my CDs, and he used to play with Chet Baker in Europe when he was there.
Ah.
And then that was Eric Hochberg on bass and Phil Coe on drums. They're all excellent musicians.
Renee in Iowa loves it. Juanita in South Africa, amazing, love it. Marcia says that was wonderful. Kathleen
Thank
Walker in New
you.
York
Thank
City,
you.
claps, claps, claps. Carla in South America and Brazil, what a fantastic combination.
Thank you.
Christine Clifton, North Carolina, fantastic music, Diane, but also great camera work angles to show all the musicians playing. Love. Jennifer says she is the one that had the flat tire earlier today, and now she's zen. We turned that
That's
around,
great.
didn't we? From flat tire to zen on the Jim Masters Show live. You look so casual when playing. Merlin says that. She's in Canada. And Christopher in Ohio says, wow, wonderful music video with you and the other musicians as well. Really nice. You are, you know, casual and comfortable. I mean, the key to all of these things we do is to make it look easy, right? To make it look so casual, but you're super focused as you're doing it. It just looks casual and easy, right?
I don't know if it always looks casual and easy, but yeah, I mean, hopefully, it's like I tell my students, you always have to have excess. You have to have more than what the performance requires in case something weird happens on the performance, right? I mean, you probably know
Yes.
this in your field too, right?
Oh,
You have to be able to punt, right?
you
Probably.
got to punt, improvise, save the day multiple times.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
It's happened to me on live television, live radio, on stage, on
sure,
this show. Uh,
sure.
in the supermarket,
Right?
everywhere, everywhere.
Life, yeah.
Yeah. We have another clip here too that was sent along, and this is really, really nice. Can you see it on the screen there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Estrella original. I think this is a two-parter, and this is part one. So, did you want to preface this all and tell us what we're going to see?
Okay, this is a group called Octagon, and it is a jazz quartet with string quartet. And I was motivated actually to start writing like this. I think this project started probably, I'm trying to remember how many years ago, maybe 14, 15 years ago. And I had the good fortune of playing in a lot of string sections for a lot of really wonderful artists, and one of whom was Frank Sinatra. And I was able to be part of his touring orchestra for 4 years. He had touring orchestras. He had a Midwest touring orchestra for the tours that would involve certain, be cost effective for us to be in a certain route. And he had the other coasts, and then he carried lead players and rhythm section, I think. I mean, I know he carried the same rhythm section, but anyway, so it was really great to be part of that, because all of a sudden I was opened up to this world that was combining jazz rhythms and stuff with strings. It was confusing for me in some ways, in that as a jazz player, I've discovered that string players are later than the rhythm locking thing that I had come to know as being jazz. I mean, even if you press your finger down on a synthesizer to emulate a string section, it will always come in slowly. And I remember talking to Frank Sinatra Jr. about this on one of the tours. He was the orchestra director, and I said, I'm feeling really at odds here. And he goes, yeah, do you notice when I conduct, and this is for the musicians in the room, But when I got the big band part of it, I'm going like this to the horns in the rhythm section, and with the strings, I bring them in like this because I know they're going to be a little slower. So it was a challenge. This is a real divergent little topic here, but it was a challenge for me to figure out where that fit. And so, but what I did learn was I loved the writing of the strings, and I thought, how cool if we could just make this a little smaller and do it sort of the way I hear it, where the strings are actually more of a lockdown part to the section. So has Dennis Lexon again on piano, and Dennis is a writer for the group as well. This is my song. Estrella is one of my songs. But Dennis and I have also, in this group, we've explored a hybrid of classical and jazz together. So sometimes we take classical pieces and rewrite them and refashion them and do different things with them for this group, because this is a hybrid group, right, with the string quartet and the jazz quartet. So, so Dennis Lexon's on piano, and on this, Stu Miller's on bass, and Phil Grotto is also on drums here again. And the string quartet is Mark Agnor, Hannah Watson, Bonnie Yeager, and Dan Klinger. And this was done at the Jazz Showcase a few years ago.
All right, let's take a look at this. This is going to be terrific. More of Diane DELIN doing her thing for all of us tonight on the Jim Masters Show live from the Jazz Showcase in Chicago, Illinois, USA. Enjoy, everybody.
Thank you. This next one is an original called Estrella.
Really nice, really nice. So smooth and God, I love the way you all play off each other so beautifully too. You love playing off the other musicians. They're so talented.
Yeah, we're lucky to have them.
Yeah, huh? Do you work with a lot of the same musicians, or are there different musicians based on wherever you're performing? Do you have sort of a core group?
Well, sometimes budgets don't allow for you to bring everybody, right? And that's becoming more and more the case now. So, like when I when I went to Europe, I played with a French pianist there, but Dennis was able to join me in Germany. And then I think in Ireland, I used their rhythm section. But there are some places where it's really lovely. You can just, the people that you're used to working things out with, are they able to bring them in? One thing about this group is this is a really nice combination, because then we can use a local string quartet, and we can bring the community and involve the community in the project, which is so important. I think that people feel invested, and we're trying to find more ways, as concerts are being replaced with video. We're trying to find more ways to bring people back into the concert hall. And I think that, again, like you and I think we talked about this before the program, the whole idea of the energy exchange of being something live is something that I'm afraid
it's hard to replicate.
It's hard to replicate, and I don't think that even some kids have grown up understanding what that is.
Right.
So many, I talked to some of my college students, and they haven't really been able to see live performances on the scale that I used to make sure that I was involved with,
Or hear anything analog, and then when they hear it, they're like, my God, that song sounds so different. There's depth and warmth. I hear all these different instruments, and it seems more fuller and richer, and the textures, and that's why some LP and vinyl is coming back a little bit. I still have all mine. I got all the cassettes, and I play the cassettes, and I play the other, methods and formats, and it still sounds so good.
Good. That player broke years ago. Did it? Oh yeah. Now we're trying to figure out how to take the old recordings from all the live performances we did and make them digital so that we can use them in some form or hear them. Yeah.
That's the thing, right? I have a climate controlled storage unit that we pay monthly for that has tons, lots of sealed LPs of all kinds of music, vocal, but there's a lot of instrumental. I'm a big instrumental person, and orchestras, everything, Christmas music too. I've got about 2,000 CDs of every kind of Christmas music you can think of, done every single way you could think, from steel drum to full orchestra to but all kinds of music.
I'll have to send you my Christmas CD then.
Yes, we actually have some material here, absolutely. And I've got about, I think, 10,000 CDs, and then tons of LPs, reel-to-reel tapes, working in radio stations, cassettes, and it's all climate controlled in this climate controlled storage bin, with all of my television work too, because that's on film and tape and digital, and you want to make sure that's climate controlled too. My career material is in there. No fires or floods. But I want to show you some of the feedback here from what they just heard, and there's a part 2 we're going to show in just a second. Wow, from Juanita in South Africa, loving those vibes and rhythms. Marcia loving it as well. Very nice from Kathleen. Awesome from Jennifer. Merlin asks, do you ever play your violins like a fiddle?
I have played folk music a lot, and so yes, I can.
Do you enjoy doing that?
I enjoy all music. You know, it's like I'm not necessarily it's interesting. I don't consider myself a violinist as much as a musician. Yeah. And the fact that that's my instrument is what it is, but when I listen to things, I don't necessarily just listen to violin players. In fact, I don't listen to them as much as I probably listen to other things. Exactly. But I love all styles, and I teach all styles. That's, I teach at Columbia College, which is we've just shifted to an urban music program. It's been urban music, but it's just more pop-based stuff, and so you have people wanting to learn all styles of that, and it's really fun.
And Christopher Joseph has said, what a wonderful career you've had. This is really cool. Watching on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, we welcome Rise King. Hi, I am 13 and I would love to start playing the violin. What is the cheapest yet best violin to start off with? Great question. Hi, Rise King. Good to see you.
Hi. What you want to do is probably, I don't know where you live, but if you go to your local music store, they probably have a rental program so you can just try it out and you don't have to pay a lot every month to have it. Or if you decide you really want to have it in your possession, I would just peruse the, I don't know if you have Craigslist there or things like that where they sell, somebody's selling an old violin they found in the house for
Like an
fairly cheap.
eBay or something maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
We can
Yeah.
get a deal.
Yeah, but you know, you're not necessarily going to have good quality, but if you go to a rental place, they'll make sure that the quality is at least semi-decent. Don't get a plywood violin if you want. This is the problem, is the violins, to get a really nice one, it costs a lot of money, and kids want to sound good right away, and if you get a scratcher, you can't generate a good sound.
Yeah.
So I would just suggest wherever you go, don't get a plywood rental. Although there, I heard one that wasn't too bad, but you know, try to go to a violin shop and see what they have.
So the ones that the kids usually get in, you know, junior high school or whatever, are they plywood or are they usually the real thing?
You know, I don't know.
I'm trying to remember what mine was. Yeah, it was like 13, 14.
Was yours plywood?
No, I don't think it was. It was really.
That's a newer thing. I think that people are doing.
Oh, they're doing plywood now? Yeah.
Well, I mean, not all the time, but I don't see a lot of, where I live, the kids don't have those instruments, but I think I have been in other environments where I've seen kids come in with that stuff. So I'm not sure, you know, it really depends upon where you live.
Absolutely. We have some more music here. Let's see if we can bring this one in. Offerings for a Peaceable Season. Is that your Christmas music, Christmas CD?
It is.
Yeah. I want to see.
It's actually that is an there's a little story behind that. I was a commission from an international company based in France, and they didn't want anything religious. They wanted a seasonal project with nothing religious on it, and which is an oxymoron for a French-based thing. So we did include a song about Petit Papa Noel, which is Little Father Christmas.
Right.
But at least it wasn't talking about God.
No Silent Night, Oh Come All Ye Faithful, none of that.
Well, we weren't allowed to mention angels. We weren't allowed to they didn't want snowmen. They didn't want Frosty. They didn't want, because they wanted to touch.
If you listen to music in the stores, that's what you hear now is the non-traditional, you know, you hear a lot of grandma got run over by a reindeer, but you're not hearing the Little Drummer Boy or all the stuff we grew up with. You're not hearing that. I'd rather hear that stuff. That's the traditional, real good, solid Christmas music.
Well, I think they were trying to reach all faiths.
True. And so more holiday seasonal. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, I mean, we did put Deck the Halls on because there was no mention of God or Jesus.
Right. That's a very festive holiday song.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think everything else is pretty well.
Winter Wonderland, Toyland. Yeah. Baby It's Cold Outside.
We have a Japanese counting song for the New Year, and we have the dreidel song.
Yes, that's right.
That's been real harmonized. Dennis did a lovely thing with that.
Let's see if I can call up this one here. This one is Deck the Halls, one of our classic favorites we love. And, you know, we've been talking about Christmas music here on the show in terms of a friend of mine's very similar. I can listen to Christmas music, you know, any time of the year. Sometimes I'll throw it on, you know, like right now on my iTunes, I have Christmas music when I'm working on the computer, rotating with the regular traditional stuff. Once in a while, maybe every third song, we'll have one in as we're starting to build towards Christmas. But I can listen to it at any time because it makes you feel good. Now, not
Uh-huh.
necessarily, the stuff that you're hearing on the radio that they play 50 times over and over, but especially when it's instrumental or what have you, it just you slip some of it in. And even though it's,
You want Christmas magic all year.
it feels good. Yeah, it just feels good. And we were talking
Uh-huh.
about that. Like some of the viewers or lovedies have been saying that they're pretty much ready for the Christmas spirit now because of the way the year has been. They want
Yeah.
some good feelings, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, all of it. They just want some of that home and hearth comfort. So we're going to grace
Mhm.
them with you doing Deck the Halls, which is going to be terrific. And we have it here. And there she is. And is this the CD that has all of these on it? Is this available on Amazon and other places for people to go?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. All right, folks, right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. It's never too early to celebrate the holidays. And we're doing that on a Friday night with you, with Diane DELIN, and a beautiful version. Can't wait to add it to my collection. Deck the Halls. Very nice. Very nice. I'm ready for my eggnog now.
Just don't be ready for the snow. Please don't make the snow, whatever we do.
No snow, please. Although in certain areas there definitely is some snow. But maybe with that in vain, why don't we do Winter
Whoa.
Wonderland? So what's good is people can hear some of these and they can go to get the CD in time for the holidays that are coming up rather quickly, right? I mean, before we know it.
Yeah,
I mean, Halloween is a week away, which is hard to believe. I mean,
I know. I still want it to be summer. See, I have a problem with this.
yeah, I know it's advanced. This has been the year of who knows what. We don't even know what day of week it is anymore. I keep
I
rushing the
know.
weeks. I keep thinking Wednesday's Thursday, Thursday's Friday. Sometimes they've even said I'll see you Friday night when it's actually Thursday. Christine says enjoyable video clips of these songs. I love jazz style music so much. Cool and festive. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Great listening. Marcia says the music goes with the snow that Renee has in Iowa.
Yeah.
Renee has Christmas trees already decked. Mary Bishop, very nice and festive. Merlin in Canada, she has her Christmas cards all written out already.
Wow.
We still do Christmas cards here too. A lot of people don't necessarily do that. My folks still do it. My family still does it. We still do all the Christmas is very big to us. Kathleen has Santa and the Christmas tree and claps coming in from New York City. Kathy Short, nice Christmas music. Bring on the holiday dinner food. So, yeah, if you mention food, then you've also got them here too. Renee
Yeah.
has started Christmas shopping this week. See, now if you get the CD, you'll be able to have that in your car and you'll be able to hear all these beautiful sounds while you are Christmas shopping. Let's hear the wonderful Diane DELIN doing Winter Wonderland. I like that sound already. Nice rhythm. Very nice, very nice. Most excellent from Marcia. That's when you take Marcia and Murphy and you put it together, you get Marcia. Let's rev up the inertia and say Marcia Murphy Watson says most excellent. And Marilyn says, my grandmother used to play many, many years ago, and she loves violin music. Fortnite Gaming says, yes, he's got good taste. Jennifer Barry in Pennsylvania, they're dancing around in the living room. They put that song on speaker and loving it. That's great. That's fantastic. I want to share one more from there and get people in we need some positive, inspirational, good sounds. And this is putting a lot of smiles on people's faces. From that CD, which one would you like me to play, Diane? There's a lot of great ones. Papa Noel, Toyland, Winter. Well, we did Winter Wonderland. Baby, It's Cold Outside. My Favorite Thing, Sleigh Ride. Do you want to do Sleigh Ride?
Not
or is there another one?
You could do My Favorite Things if you want.
Or
you could do Baby, It's Cold Outside. Why would you do My Favorite Things?
My Favorite Things. All right. As selected by
it's the first one on the record.
Yeah.
Oh, CD, excuse me. CD.
Yeah, I know. Right. Record. Ooh, what's that? We have to define that, right? Look that word up, right? Google record. But no, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to My Favorite Things. There it is. It's all set and ready to go. I love when things run smoothly. And that's the Virgo part of me. Virgo rising. Libra likes the balance and harmony. Virgo likes things to run smoothly. You would agree, right, fellow Virgo? You're full Virgo. I'm Virgo rising.
Well, now I'm a Virgo sun, but I'm an Aquarius rising.
Ooh, very nice.
No, I'm Aquarius moon. I'm a Gemini rising.
Very nice. Mary Bishop, beautiful. They're responding to the songs we've heard thus far. Juanita definitely caught the Christmas spirit now. Lovely music, Diane. Awesome. I mean, you have how many CDs out now? 5?
Hmm.
And they're all available on Amazon and those places. Is it also Spotify and on there as well, or just there,
Yeah,
iTunes and
yeah, they should be everywhere. And if you get confused, just go to my website, which is DianeDelin.com,
right?
and you can see what they are and where they are. And you can also go to the Blue Jazz website. There's no E in the blue, BLUJAZZ.
JAZZ, right? Blue Jazz,
Yeah,
right? Perfect. And is that bluejazz.com or bluejazzrecords.com?
BlueJazz.com.
Bluejazz.com, BLUJAZZ.com. Lots of great music there. And now, as selected by our very special guest, just for you with love and care and time and attention, My Favorite Things by Diane DeLin. Here we go. I love that beat too. Really nice. Dun, 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 dun. That's nice. That's really nice. You almost don't want it to end. You like it so much. That's really a cool version of that. So um, who who did the arrangements? They're fantastic.
Thank you. I did that arrangement.
Really?
Well, that was one that,
nice.
Again, we were talking about things coming to you. I was falling asleep, and all of a sudden, that started running in my head. I said, "Oh man!" And I had to get out of bed, which was a drag, and write it down. So then I wouldn't remember. And that's happened sometimes, and often I lose stuff because I'm too tired to get up. And then the Deck the Halls arrangement was Dennis Luxon's, the pianist.
Yeah.
And Winter Wonderland, we just sort of spontaneously said, let's just do this with this. You know, there was not really much of an arrangement there. That was just a rhythm.
Oh, really, really nice. I love it. It was fantastic. Want to share now? There's part 2. We've got our Christmas green up already. There's part 2 of what we saw earlier from Chicago. There's a part 2 to that, and I want to make sure we share that. And I believe,
okay.
Yeah, I think that is. Let's see. That is. We got so many. Oh, there we go. So I think it is. Let's see. I think it's this one right here. There it is. All right. And it continues from Diane, DELIN for an afternoon. This is a part 2, which is really
this is actually a second song from that concert. So the first one was Estrella, and this one is For an Afternoon, which is another original song of mine.
You're very talented. Very, very talented. Really terrific rhythms with this song. Great arrangements tonight. I agree.
Thank you.
Claps from Marsha Watson. Here we go. Here's another one for an afternoon and a Friday night. Whatever time you're watching, whatever your time zone is. And where Juanita is in South Africa, it's like 3 a.m. So whatever you want it to be, it shall be for you on the Jim Masters Show Live. Here we go. Enjoy. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. Loved it. Everybody loving it. And I want to show you just some of the comments that are coming in from yonder around the globe here. A lot of nice comments coming in. Kathleen says, really nice.
Thank you.
And Marcia says, very nice. Jennifer in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Ken and I are slow dancing in the living room now. Just what Diane was hoping would happen in Allentown, Pennsylvania. See, we turned that flat tire around for, didn't we?
Yeah, good work.
There's a pun in there. Turn the flat tire around.
Does it work better the other way? Maybe that's all you got to do.
That's what it is. Right, sir. If it's not working this way, flip it upside down and work with what you've got. Willie in Holland is still with us. This is nice. She's loving it. Ken and I are smiling and listening. That's really beautiful. Paulette McWilliams is watching. We love her. She was a guest. We had a ball with her a couple of weeks ago. And she's coming on, making an announcement, folks. Paulette McWilliams is coming back on our show for a special Christmas episode we're doing on Friday, December 18th. Just announcing it now. It's very exciting. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. She's coming back and going to do a lot of great things. So that's really cool. And hey, Diane, I love your work and think you are truly amazing. The Lovity. Thanks, Doc. Love it.
And that's Paulette. She's my sister in my heart.
Yeah, she's amazing too. You both are. You both are. And so is Renee Katz, brilliant cabaret singer as well. Really outstanding individual. She says, very pretty playing. She's loving that as well. So touching the hearts and souls and minds of so many people here. Such a nice evening of beautiful listening from Wichita, Kansas, from Maryland. And Fortnite Gaming says, first he says, hi, Paulette. It's Raphael. You got to make sure.
Right, everybody, I have to introduce to you my son, Raphael.
So those of you who have seen Fortnite Gaming on our show, loving just about every episode and commenting and saying some really cool things with all, he's said some wonderful things about some of the other guests. And also just about the show, the vibe of the show, which I really appreciate and the guests appreciate. So Fortnite Gaming and Raphael, we love it. And Paulette says, my label mate, I'm an awesome company. You play beautifully.
We need to do more together, Paulette.
That would be really, really nice, huh? Could you imagine? That would be golden, as facilitated through the energies above, right? As we talked about, right? The conduit. Lacey Carpenter, who's that wonderful fiddler and violinist in Nashville I was telling you about, who's on our show. She's amazing too. She's complimenting you. So Paulette is complimenting you. She was a guest. Lacey's complimenting you. She was a guest. You're here soaking it all in. We're enjoying ourselves. Is this one big community at the Jim Masters Show Live or what? This is what you call lovity. This is true lovity. You're not going to find this anywhere else on the internet. Lots of stuff to look at on the internet, but you don't get to this level. Paulette says, hi to Raphael. And she'd love to work more with you. See?
Thank you. Good. We'll talk about it.
Marilyn says, such a nice evening of beautiful listening. Ralph says, Christmas with Paulette and Jim. Yeah, that's December 18th, Friday. I know it's a little early to announce that. Hey, mark your calendar. It's going to be amazing. Paulette's excited. She's already working what she's going to be doing, which is going to be really, really cool stuff.
And we want to give a shout out to Ralph Lampkin, who is just wonderful and getting everybody to your show and connecting you and to people that we might not have otherwise met you. So we really appreciate Ralph for that.
That's right. He's one of the folks helping along, and I really appreciate that as well. That's really, really nice and appreciated very, very much. And I'm looking, I think, let's see, I want to do another Christmas one. I think, What about Papa Noel? I want to hear that version of Papa Noel. That's such a
Okay.
that's such a
No,
it's such,
go for it. Go for it.
it's such a beautiful song, and I've heard it in so many different. I have so many versions of it as the
Oh,
collector.
really? Good for you.
Yeah, I actually have a Facebook group called Beautiful Instrumentals and Vocals. I started a group at Yahoo Groups. It was 2000. So that's, believe it or not, 2000 is 20 years ago. And we did it and it has musicians, it has record producers, it has people who are radio station programmers, conductors, um, collectors, fans. They're all in this group. And Yahoo Groups sort of wrapped up last year. So we shifted everybody over to Facebook, to Beautiful Instrumentals and Vocals group. And they talk a lot about like the sounds that we're hearing tonight, a lot of beautiful instrumental, jazz, easy listening, some of the really nice sounds, some classical too, but the standards, all of it, pop, but it's really more based on some of these beautiful sounds that you're hearing, whether it's vocal and harmony, but the dominance is the instrumental. And that crowd would love what they're hearing tonight as well. So I want to share this one with our audience as well. I know they've heard this song multiple times, but they probably have not heard it done this way.
You don't even know what you're in for. Okay. I'm kidding.
It's not going to be what we normally hear, right?
I don't know.
We're in for a treat, folks. Get ready. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, more of the wonderful Diane DELIN on the Jim Master Show Live. It's already beautiful. Very, very nice. It's a very touching song to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Very, very nice. That's a beautiful version of that song, huh? Did
Thanks.
you arrange that too?
Yeah,
Wow. Really, really nice. That is very, very beautiful. Wow.
thank you.
So you're, like you said, you are divinely inspired.
Well,
Absolutely. Ah,
it
boy.
can't happen without the other divinely inspired musicians
Yeah,
that
they have to
play it.
be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Claps coming in from New York City from Kathleen. Maryland's is beautiful in Kansas. Claps from Ralph in Indiana. Danilo in San Diego, California. It enlightens my heart.
Thank you.
Now Jennifer, she's dumped Ken, her better half, and the cat Cole and she are slow dancing. Ken did his dance for the night, and he's off, and now she's got the cat involved. Come here, cat. She went from Ken to Cole. That is funny. Um, the sweet sound of the violin. Yes, yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Really, really nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, Rini Katz's son is loving it too. And that's the other thing. And Marilyn says, beautiful. That's the other thing. We'll play some more music too, but you teach, you're an educator, you pass this, you pay this forward. Let's talk, you have this brilliant career as a violinist, as a composer of great music, but you also are an educator. Tell us about how you do that, where it's done, the students, the whole thing.
Well, I teach, I've taught at Columbia College for about 15 years, I think, maybe. And that's all forms of violin, from classical through folk to different genres, to jazz, to pop, and um, teaching students how those different genres. I think right now violinists have to play everything to stay afloat if they want to survive in music. And so I created a curriculum that infuses everything so that they have all these options available to them. And we tend to draw a very creative students, so it's been very inspiring for me to work with the students there. I also teach out of my home studio, and I teach over the computer, as so many people do right now, via Zoom and those kinds of remote learning capacities, which are really, they're a wonderful way to reach across oceans and reach across state lines, and especially during this time of COVID, they're a wonderful way to connect with people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what are the age range? Is there an age range of those that you teach?
There's, it's pretty diverse. It's pretty diverse.
Yeah,
I had, sometimes people bring their students, their kids to me because their kids have started in the traditional music program and they're not happy.
right.
And so then I have to say, okay, what kind of music do you like? And then we start writing music in that style, or we find music that they like and we adapt it to how the different techniques that they have to learn so that they can relate to it. I mean, I think one of the things that's so important is that it has to be relatable. And so much of the traditional repertoire is no longer relatable, although it's still very valid, and I still use, I weave it all together so they can hang their hat on it. But that's for the younger people. I mean, I've done clinics for educators. I've done master classes when I go, when I've toured in areas, at a college. If you're going to perform in the presenting hall, then you go and do a master class there for the students or the community. Or we also have a program. I developed a program 100 years ago called Jazz Talk, where it's an informant where I've gone into the schools, and I've been done citywide residencies where I touch everything from grade school through senior center, and we adapt that program. It shows the different styles of jazz, how they come out, and then we do interactive stuff. You don't have to have an instrument to do this with us, because we're able to, just involve people in enjoying and understanding music.
That's beautiful. Do you also like the cello as well?
I love the cello. My son plays the cello. But
he does? Fortnite Gaming plays the cello?
He does.
Wow.
I love the cello. My brother is older than I, and he played the cello first. That was, you don't want to play the same instrument as your sibling, because then you can't, play together in ways.
Well, I mentioned it in my professional world. There was an interview I did on radio with a Juilliard grad cellist, and I mentioned it on this show to another musician, I think maybe a week or so ago, and maybe before that. I had said, I love all the string instruments as well, and the woodwind. I love all instruments, but something about the cello. When I hear the cello, it like stops traffic for me. The warmth, depth, the resonance.
Exactly.
It's just so it really, for some reason, whenever I hear the cello in music or on stage or in a Christmas song or whatever it is, it really gets in deep and it goes straight to the heart. So I said to the cellist, now this was during a live interview in my professional work, and I said, I'm going to throw this out there and just want to see what you feel as the professionally trained Juilliard grad cellist. I said, whenever I hear the cello, for me, it sort of stops traffic because it is so deep, it's so warm, it seems so authoritative, and like it just sums things up. And I said, and there's a lot of instruments that could probably be very similar to this, but for some reason, for me, the first one that comes is the cello, because I think the low sound, the resonance, the warmth, the monumentalness I attach to it, I guess. I said, if the human heart was to ever make a sound that replicated an instrument, for me, whenever I hear the cello, that's it. And he said, understandable. I get it. I do this all the time. This is what I do. I said, why? And he said, because the something about the tonality, the sound of the cello, he said, is the closest in sound to the human voice, which I found. Yeah, which I found.
Yeah, we don't talk really high up there in squeaky tones like we do on the violin.
Well, there's a few out there these days that do. We used to talk like this. Good evening. Now it's high. But yeah, he said that it was that it's the closest in sound to the human voice, and that's why I'm attaching. I'm humanizing the instrument. I'm humanizing it like it's something that really resonates and dominates in its sound whenever I hear it. It just seems so meaningful and warm. And I mentioned on the show to I think a violinist it was a couple of weeks ago. I said, there's a CD actually out from David Darling. I don't know if you know David Darling.
Yeah.
And his CD is Cello Blue. And there's a song on there that we've used actually for a few things, video tributes and things to like aunt or relative that passed. And I used this song in that video tribute of their life, one of the songs. And it's the song Children. And I'd love to hear you at some point, it's on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, you can type in David Darling, Cello Blue, Children. And there's one where whoever uploaded it has just this stagnant fall scene of the leaves that change colors and a path that sort of drifts off. That coupled with that sound of the cello and the way that he does it, it's sort of, it's a little melancholy, but it's very deep. If you listen to it over the weekend or what have you, let me know what you think, because I would love to hear your feedback on that song Children from David Darling and how you feel. It's one that we've used again in tribute to people's lives. And it's one that just hits home for some reason, the way it's done. Really beautiful.
I'll listen to it.
You'd appreciate
David Darling. Fine player. Yeah.
David Darling, yeah. That Cello Blue is quite a beautiful, beautiful CD as well. play the cello at the school. So Raphael plays the cello at the school. Wow.
He's 13, so he has the school music program.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. I have another song that we'd love to share here. Just something a little bit different. I know we've had the Christmas songs, and again, those are available at DianeDelin.com and BlueJazz.com as well. From Origins, is there a particular song? Winter Horizon, First Light, Child's Play, Midnight Dance, Swinging on a Star, First Light, Through the Window, Simply Here?
Gosh, that is my favorite album.
Yeah.
That I did.
One that maybe they wouldn't have heard before, that maybe well, all of them, but one that really you want to share.
It's different, but let's do Through the Window. Now this album was played on the Tucker Barrett, so this is all the electric violin sound. Although it's not electric-y as you would think of it being in terms of like rocky or anything like that.
Right, you're right. Yeah. So this is you on the electric violin.
It's a 5-string instrument. So it has the low C string that, that's the nice thing about it. It's like a violin viola combined. It's got 5 strings. So, because I love that lower sound too.
Yes. Those are, the real depth. This is Through the Window with the incredible Diane DeLin. Enjoy, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it. Lovities all around the world here on the Jim Masters Show live. Enjoy. The Lovities are loving it. Really, really, really nice. And then again, that's another of your masterpieces, huh? Whew. How long did it take you to create that one?
I don't remember exactly. I know that I wrote the whole album in about a month. So, I don't know that one song, maybe if it was a day or two, I don't know. But then you go back and you tweak, But I remember it was a cold January, and I just sat down in January and wrote the album. So
just like that, yeah.
Well, not just like that, but what else do you do in Chicago in the winter?
That's it. If you're not a skier or out plowing those streets, you stay in and you write music. With a nice hot cup of tea next to you, right?
That's right.
Marilyn says, very special. Thanks, Diane. Mary Bishop saying, lovely for the Lovities. Marsha Watson saying, so refreshing. And I should do it like I should do sort of my radio stuff, right? And Kathy Short says, lots of hearts and claps on the Jim Masters Show. Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Jim Masters. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're enjoying your evening with us. And Diane DeLin. More comments coming in. Kathleen Walker says, enjoying your music. Thanks for sharing it with us. Really, really nice. Do you ever pluck with your fingers the violin as well?
Pizzicato?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Are you asking if I make it a standard part of my...
Well, the reason why I say it is one of our faithful Lovities' birthday is this weekend. And sometimes when they say it's their birthday, I usually sing them happy birthday. And then the guests sometimes, if they're a singer or even if they're not a singer, sometimes they'll just get roped in and doing it as well. Well, I'm wondering if you weren't wanting to sing it, maybe you could pluck happy birthday on the violin and I'll sing it for Christine Clifton in North Carolina, whose birthday is. That would be kind of cool, huh?
So, what's your starting pitch, Jim?
Let's see. Do you want to lead? Do you want to start it, or do you want me to pick something? So I would go. Happy birthday to you. So I would do it like that.
Okay.
Good.
Gotcha.
All right. Christine Clifton, one of our Lovities, it's your birthday this weekend. So Jim Masters and Diane DeLin is going to we are going to collectively present happy birthday to you. I will be the vocalist. She will be our wonderful violinist. And it's happy birthday. And now, folks, you're not going to get this entertainment anywhere else but on the Jim Masters Show Live. Remember that. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Don't wait for me to
you. Happy birthday, dear Christine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. There you go, Christine, from Jim Masters and Diane DELIN in tag team unison here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Now, she didn't say if she wanted me to go really low.
You got to go lower than me.
Or we can go low. So I went right in the middle.
So do you sing?
Through the years, and I've been pegged as an alto. I tend to go, but it's funny because as time has gone on, my voice, which is great for my television and radio work and everything, and it's probably years of being on the air, especially on radio and all, and doing a lot of voice work and trained vocally. My voice has lowered as time, which is really great. More of that announcer sort of lowered. It's really funny because when I call people on the phone, they'll answer and they'll go, hello. And I'll say, hi, it's Jim. They think I'm a voicemail machine, an answering machine. They don't, or if they call and I answer, hi, Jim speaking. They think that I'm like the machine or the voiceover. They don't think it's me live. They wait, they pause, like, is that you, Jim, or is that your voice recording? So my voice is the same, it's I don't put it on unless I have script in front of me that says put it on, but people tell me, I guess it's from the years of being on the air, that if I talk on the phone, they think sometimes they might be talking to the recorder versus live because of the sound. But they've been asking me for a long time to do more vocal on this show. So we might be doing some of that around Christmas time. So a little preview there for all of you lovities, which would be nice. More comments coming in here. Marilyn says, very special. Thanks, Diane.
Thank you.
And claps from Ralph. And Marcia says, now, how many people have Happy Birthday played for them on a violin born in 1734 and by Diane and Jim? Neither one of us were born in 1734, but the violin. Not to be confused, right?
Right.
Juanita, awesome. Christine, who's the birthday girl. Thanks, Jim, Diane, and Lovities for singing happy birthday to me. I truly feel all the lovity. It was special. To Christine, we're in Clifton in North Carolina, one of our great lovities. Well, we hope you have a great weekend, Christine, and we hope we kicked it off for you, Diane and I. And again, you can find her music at DianeDelin.com as well as BlueJazz.com. Terrific. Thank you, Kathleen. We appreciate that. Ralph says, looking good. You guys liking our singing and our playing together, right? She and I will be hitting the road as soon as we get her this COVID. we even got thumbs up from Paulette.
Whoa. Wait, Paulette, I want to know what all the different colors of the hearts mean.
Yeah, I know. She's got the black and she's got the, looks like the red,
gold, yellow, green, blue.
Look at what Mary Bishop's got. She's got gifts and cake and more cake and great sounds from Juanita, Kathy.
Sounds like a party. I don't know.
It's a lovely party here on the Jim Masters.
Yeah.
We're doing a Halloween costume party next week on Halloween. It's going to be cool.
What are you going to be? Is that a surprise?
It's going to be a surprise. Yes, some of our lovities. I want the lovities watching to send in some photos too of you guys either dressed up now or when you were a kid, and we're going to post them during the show. So send them to jimmasterstv@gmail.com by Friday the 30th so we can get those in. Some have already sent in some photos. Again, you can send in photos of yourself, dressed up now. You can send photos of you maybe when you were trick-or-treating as a kid, or maybe your kids or grandkids. But send in those photos for our Halloween costume party episode a week from tomorrow on Halloween. And some of our lovelies are actually going to be joining us live dressed in costumes. And I will be in a costume as well. Absolutely. And yes, Diane can do photos of Raphael and you.
Thanks, Ralph.
Yeah.
And you're going to do you and Bo, right?
That is funny. That is funny. They're saying happy birthday to Christine as well, which is wonderful. So, when you look at all of the amazing music and all of this, and again, your husband, of course, is a wonderful musician. It'd be kind of cool to get him on as a guest too. Maybe one of these days we can have him on, jazz guitar and all. What brings you the greatest joy in all of this fantasticness that you share with all of us so beautifully, Diane? I know this is you and I were talking before you went live on air, and sometimes some of the conversations that happen before we go on the air are just as rich as what happens on the air. And that happens to me all the time with people I interview. You live and breathe this, like you were saying. You can't not be involved in music. You can't compose it. You can't not compose it. You can't not play it. You can't not teach it. It is totally in you through and through, isn't it?
It's part of who you are. I think I have a friend who's not an artist or a musician. She's a wonderful social worker, and she's just a terrific person, but I'm her first artist friend. And she said she was reading books about it, and she says, I'm just understanding that you can't separate, can you? It's like, obviously social workers have to separate, or else they would be so overwhelmed by all the things that they have to process in life, all the hardships. But the thing about music and art in general, I think, is that it's just who you are. You don't have a choice. And there was a great quote. I don't remember if it was Ben Sidran who said this, but that a student came and said, should I go into music full time? Oh, thank you for that. So are you. But a student came and said, should I go into music full time? And this master teacher said, if you have to ask, then don't. Because you have to have, it's a hard way to make a living. And you have to have the passion to drive you and keep you going through all the dry spells. And to remain positive and creative in the face of a lot of rejection, because there's a lot of people who are all vying for the same concerts or performances or opportunities. And often the communities that you are going into, especially these days with the advent of so much video, it's harder for the presenters to be able to have the larger budgets to try unknowns, or they have to make sure that they fill a certain, subscription series in a certain way. And so it's becoming harder and harder for all these opportunities to be available in the traditional sense. That being said, now with the advent of this pandemic, I think new things are being created. We're at a renaissance, and it's going to open opportunities in a way, alternative kinds of performances, maybe more community-based, outside grassroots gatherings, and smaller things that would actually create more opportunity. I know before the pandemic, more people were doing house concerts than ever before. So, but that's an aside. You have to have, it can't be an option for you in order to endure what it takes in the business, I think. So, and it isn't if you're an artist. I think that it's just inseparable. It also can make it painful,
I've asked people, even guests on this show, which I can't believe we started 24 weeks ago, some 150 plus episodes ago every night. It's unbelievable. And I balance this with my professional work. And I've asked people, what would you say to somebody who wants to get into these kinds of lines of work, even on this side here, being in television and radio and all of these years. There's a lot of running around and hours and all kinds of different days and crazy schedules, and you got to be here and be there and be on this plane and be over there and be in this studio and then read this script and say this and do this, and it's crazy. It's crazy. As formatted as it is, there's also, but it's fantastic at the same time. It's exhilarating. It keeps you feeling alive and connected, which is another reason why we do what we do.
Yeah.
I've asked this of people who are in these industries, because one of the key things that a lot of people have said, and so true, and I concur, one of the keys to it all is to make it look effortless, for us to just do what we do, to make it look like anybody can just do it. Not always the case, because we make it look a lot easier than all of the preparation and the training and the time and the blood, sweat, and tears and skill and talent, whatever, God-given gifts are passed our way. But the key is to make it look effortless, make it look smooth as silk, because people are listening and watching all these different forms of art, to not think about the craziness of life, to not think about the chaos and the problems and the strains and stressors. So they don't necessarily want to know all the chaos and everything that it takes to make it look so smooth. They want to come and just enjoy whatever it is we're delivering. So, but behind the curtain, behind the studio wall, behind the cameras, the microphones and the stages, there's so much that goes on. Blood, sweat, and tears to make even the simplest. I've been on 30-second commercials that took 15 hours to be shot.
Yeah.
So for a 30-second commercial, and that's normal. I mean, that's the way it is. But when you watch it goes by in 30 seconds. You're like, how could 15 hours be 30 seconds? But it is, if you really, want some quality out of it. What would you say to somebody who wants to go into the line of work, who, the one thing that people have said and they've agreed to is that if you're looking just for fame, if you just want to be famous, that's not at all the reason to go into any of these industries, whether it's television, radio, even to just be on the internet doing something, music, any of it, dance, acting, whatever it may be, that if it's just fame that you want, that is very fleeting. And though you may like the taste of it, there's other things that come with the fame. It shouldn't be the thing that drives you to do what you love doing or what you want to do, right? Especially in all of these realms of careers, wouldn't you say?
I would agree with you. Yeah, it has to be a a more authentic experience. It has to come from something internal, or else at some point in your life that fame is no longer going to mean anything to you, and it's just going to be a hollow in your life. Oh my gosh, what was this about? It was all about external. Now what about the internal, right? So, but the other part of that is that, excuse me, there's so many people who think, because we see all this stuff, like you mentioned, all this perfection, or whatever out there, and they think, oh, well,
Buzz and bling, and yeah,
that they're, and because everything is so instantly delivered now, that there are some who don't understand process and who don't understand the whole idea that there is this building that has to take place.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one student, this is rare actually, where I teach at Columbia, but I remember one student who was a bass player in my combo, and he was a brand new student, and he wanted to play Jaco Pastorius. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's like one of the most technically and creatively brilliant And it was just like he was really offended that I said, no, we're not ready for this. But because he knew the piece, he heard it, he thought he should be able to play it. And there was a leap. And to me, that's not fame, but I think what it is, what we're looking at is the instant gratification aspect of what technology brings us, the desire for instant gratification. And some of that can be the end result. Fame comes from having earned, in my estimation, having earned a community of support like you're doing, having earned an upswelling of people who are in resonance with who you are, what you're doing, and it comes with action, not just dropping out of the sky because you want it, and it.
Right, I agree. It's
Yeah.
true. Some of in my career, every once in a while, I pull out the broadcasting scrapbook. I look at all the photos and all the letters people have written to me, and accolades and just a lot of different things that from day one when I first started, even when I was in college, working in the industry, internships and everything, and then all the way up through all the different radio stations, TV stations, and all these different things. And I love looking through that every once in a while because it reminds me of all the work and the people I've collaborated with and the people that have mentored me and people that I've mentored, and being snowed in overnight on a radio station because a blizzard. I was doing a show and 3 of us were left in the building. It was on a Saturday and a blizzard came and snowed us all in. Oh, no. And we had to stay on the air all night live, 24 hours, because people were depending on us to deliver emergency information and road information and snow information. And people would say, you guys got snowed in at a radio station, the 3 of you. I was on air on the FM. The other talent was on the AM. And then there was the production person who was editing commercials and stuff. And our cars were buried and we were snowed in. And it was like, it was in the early years of the careers, and we loved it. We loved it because people would say, what? That must have been awful. Snowed in a building, snowed in at work, at a radio station. We loved it because we were really at our best. The general manager of the station was calling and saying, okay, we need you guys to stay on the air. People are depending on the information that you are providing. Those emergency broadcast alert system warnings were going off and everything. We were scrambling and we were throwing things together, news reports and all of this. But we look back, and I look back at those photos and I'm like, my God, that was fantastic. We were snowed in at public television once at PBS up in Hartford, Connecticut. We were actually on, and I was interviewing guests, and they were in the studio, and there was a whole crew, and all of a sudden, snow started coming, and we couldn't just run out of the studio because we're live on television. And we got snowed in at the TV station, and everybody. It was terrific. I mean, we made the best of it, and the producer was scrounging through the refrigerator, found bacon and eggs, was whipping up breakfast in the morning. People were sleeping on floors, couches, in the lobby, desks, whatever. And we look back at that. We did what we had to do. So again, there's so many crazy things that come along with all of this. But when you look back at all of it and all of the sacrifices and all the lives you've touched, you touch lives with your music. I touch lives through my work on television and radio. And some people forget that. They forget that there are those people there who are believing in and investing their time and their emotions too. They're opening up their emotions to us through our work. And sometimes people who do what we do forget that, and they steam past that. And it's not the way to do it. And that's not something I would ever do. And I know you don't do it either. And I think that's what makes why we, like you say, that farm system of starting here, then going there, then going there, then going up and up and up. As opposed to just, every once in a while is nice, but not after you just had lunch, and it's not if it's a roller coaster. It's just like, I know this.
Well, I think if you go straight up,
See, this
you
chokes you
have to
up,
have
this conversation,
you have to
right?
have something that's holding you, that's propping you, right? That's giving you the. I mean, otherwise you're just gonna.
Exactly
I
right.
mean,
You're just going to, what goes up goes down. Well, I was on a TV shoot in Greece about a year ago, and we had another guy that was with us who was doing some on-camera hosting as well. I was the host of this particular segment for our Lifestyle Travel TV show that I do on CBS and CW affiliates that I still host. And he came along, and he was sort of following along to see how we did what we do. And we were having dinner on the water in Greece on Samothraki Island in the North Aegean Sea. And we were talking to him. We said, hey, I won't say his name, but we'll just pick a name, Greg or Bob or Tim or something. I will say Greg. Tim. Tim, what is it about this that, turns you on? Why do you want to do this? He said, I just want to be famous. Whatever it takes, I just want to be famous. And we're like, the producers and myself were like, that shouldn't be the only reason why you want to do this, because that's empty. That's not, you're not going to be able to bring anything to the table. If you just want to be famous, that may come through your effort, through your work. The dollars and cents come from it as well. I mean, they're needed, they're important, and hopefully that rises as you rise. But even that shouldn't be necessarily the main motivation for what we do, because I know you've probably done a lot of things for free. I've done free stuff. I do a lot of charity work. I know you've done a lot, and it's all because of what we who we are and what we want to do, right?
Yeah.
Greg says, tell Jim how long you had to spend on the Empire TV show to do a minute of playing to a tune. She's all choked up with this conversation.
It was more than a minute. It was a whole song.
So is that Empire on Fox? Empire?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah, because they filmed it in Chicago, right?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you doing on that? That's cool.
They had a orchestra. It was pretty funny. All the instruments were painted white, and so what they did was they detuned them all, and we were playing along with a pre-recorded tape. So the tape is recorded in the studio, and then you come out and you act it. And they spend hours dressing you and doing the deal.
Yeah.
So I think it was it 2 days of shooting for the one song, yeah. Which was probably a 2.5 minute song for me. I don't know how long.
Let's try this camera angle. Okay, let's try this camera angle. No, scratch that. Let's move it over here. No, the chair needs to be there. No. I like it better. Move that vase a little bit. No, move it back this way. No, move it this way. Oh no, we got to go quickly because the sun is going down and everything has to match. The lighting has to match. We can't.
Yeah.
There's so much.
And to their credit too, this was a big scene where it was supposed to be a room full of people. It was supposed to be a ballroom we were supposed to be playing for, and the characters came out on stage, and there was a big thing. They got into a thing, and so there were a lot of people and a lot of extras.
Yes,
and one of the extras fainted during the. Yeah, it was
fainted.
Yeah, because they had been on their feet quite a long time, and
Yeah.
They had to be in 12-inch heels, too.
God bless that person, huh?
Well, it's part of the deal.
12-inch heels. Oh my God. That's incredible.
Be a little exaggerating, but.
Yeah, but still, yeah, that is funny. Well, before we go, I want to play one more, and I think this one is so apropos because of the name. And I think it's so important that we do this. If there's ever a time when we need to do this, not just during the show, even if they watch this episode a year from now in the archives on the YouTube channel, but definitely right now we need to do this. And it's one of your songs, Come Together. I think I think that's so apropos, isn't it? It's so important right now for all of us as a culture, as a society, as a people. If we learn anything from everything we've been going through this particular year, it's to come together. So I
Yeah,
thought,
this is a remake of a Beatles thing that I did 100 years ago. Yeah.
excellent. So we'll take a look at this and let's hear it, because I think we really need to do that. We really,
Okay.
and here we go. We'll share that, come together. So this is your version of it.
I
Awesome.
guess I haven't heard this in decades. This is
Really?
interesting. Oh,
So this
yeah.
would be like it's fresh to you too, like a refresh.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's so perfect for our times. All right. Here we go. Come together. Awesome. That really is great. And you hadn't heard that in a long time? That's
Oh God, no, I haven't.
that's really good. We're showing all the different sides of Diane tonight, from Winter Wonderland to, I mean, getting a full scope of her true talent, folks. Really, really cool. I love that version.
Oh, thank
Is
you.
that your composition too? You did that?
Yeah, I arranged it. I think the idea was that it came together and it fell apart and came. I don't remember what I was thinking.
So came together, and then came together and fell apart and came together. Come together.
I don't know.
But hey, I tell you, that was really, really cool. I love all the instrumentation. And Carla in Brazil, you're loving it in Brazil. I love that. Awesome and catchy. Marcia, that was way cool. I mean, that was really good. It just shows your scope of talent and your variety. Couple of quick pictures we do have here. Maybe you can tell us what we're seeing. This is Education Jazz Quartet.
This is at Columbia College, and this is the Octagon Project with a string quartet from Columbia.
Very nice, very nice.
And that's, again, another masterclass picture. I'm the one on the left.
And I wonder what you're saying, because you've got their attention and they're laughing.
I know.
How long do I have to stand here in this pose for this shot?
I think it was a knock-knock joke or something. Really sophisticated, right?
To get that reaction right, and then they snap away perfectly. That's a really good shot.
Yeah. That's also the same event.
And you're very proud, I'm sure, of the students, aren't you?
I've had some amazing students. The wonderful thing about teaching is they teach you so much.
Yes.
You learn so much being a teacher, and it's been such a fulfilling part of life.
Have you, I would imagine, like teachers sometimes have, students return, and then they return telling you about their successes, like they've moved on to other, maybe they're now with an orchestra, or their career is taking off, and you were the teacher who, one of the teachers that sort of influenced them. I would imagine you hear back from some of the students, huh?
Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of my students. I mean, we remain. Yeah, I mean, you can't just be with somebody for 4 years and have them disappear.
I know.
It's an intensive relationship.
Yes, it is. It is.
Especially the college age ones where you mentor and you help, see them through some difficult stuff or help guide in their self-discovery.
Exactly. Got some really cool shots here with your wonderful instrument that you love so much. And we got some of the shots of the CDs here as well. And again, you can find all of them at bluejazz.com and DELIN.com as well. And there's Origins, which we pulled from as well. Cool stuff. This was amazing, Diane. We appreciate you, spending this amount of time with us and all this great music and terrific conversation and hearing about your life and your passions and your training and your experience and all the different things that you love doing. And you've got a beautiful piano right behind you, right? You're in sort of a main room there with the piano. Who plays that in the house? Greg?
I'm mostly.
You do that?
Yeah, that's mostly my thing. I started on piano when I was a kid, and then I stopped taking lessons in high school. My mother said, "You're going to regret it," and of course I do. But I've always played, and I do compose there.
You do compose there as well. Jennifer Barry says, "Thank you, Diane, for spending time with us tonight." She went from a flat tire to an amazing evening of dancing with Ken and then the cat. I mean, you can't.
We've decided, Jennifer, all you have to do is turn that flat tire upside down, and then you're rolling. Didn't we?
That's right.
Didn't we come up with that solution?
That's right. You just turn that flat tire upside down for Diane, and you'll be rolling in Allentown.
Until it gets back to the, I know. Never mind.
Right. Mary Bishop says, "Good night, Diane. Your music was wonderful. Stay safe."
You
And
too, Mary. Thank you.
yeah, I tell you, this was really a great night. And I really hope that the evening met expectations that you might have had, and you enjoyed your time with me as much as I certainly have with you, Diane.
Oh, absolutely. And I hope we can do something else again sometime. It's really a delight being with you and with everybody who tunes in. It's a very nice program.
Thank you very much. All the lovities. I know you've been watching some of the episodes as well and enjoying, and I really appreciate that. And I don't know if you still have that big mug there, but we'll toast you as well. We like to toast all of our fabulous guests on our show. So
Cheers.
toast to you. Cheers. And you know who loved it tonight and gives you his blessing? George Burns loved it.
Can't ask for anything more than that.
And love and admiration from George Burns. The Lovities always like to say goodnight. So Marcia says very enjoyable. Juanita, who's still with us late into the morning in South Africa.
Wow.
We appreciate that. Great conversation. Thanks, Jim and Diane. Enjoyed the music very much. Keep well. Again, you can go to Blue Jazz, BLU, jazz.com for all the music, the CDs, the Christmas CD as well. Perfect for the upcoming holidays too, and all the other CDs and more. And of course, Diane's website as well, Diane DELIN, that's DELIN. Take care, Diane. Thank you from Kathleen in New York City. Renee in Iowa, thank you, Diane, as well.
Thank you. Stay
Really,
warm.
yeah, right, Renee. I know. Talking to Renee, the power's out, or the storm came, or the roof got ripped off, or there's something. But she's a trooper. She's a trooper. She's with us just about every night too. And
Wow.
and one time her power was out, and she was upset that she couldn't watch us because the power was out. And I don't know. I think she climbed up a mountain and stuck some antenna out, and she got our signal. Renee does whatever she can to be a part of our show.
That's lovely.
That is it. One of the lovelies. Well, thanks a million. Thanks to Greg as well. And it'd be great to have him pop on. Thanks to Mr. Fortnite Gaming, Raphael, for his assistance as well. He did a great job. He got the violin for you, and all
He's a wonderful help. He's always our stage manager too.
It's always good to have a team around you who believe in your mission and your vision. And help support it. Absolutely. You take care. You have a wonderful weekend. And again, it was really a pleasure. I'm glad we were able to get you to join us and spend this amount of time with us, Diane. You were really a treat for all of us.
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
Take care.
You have a good night now. Now go stretch those legs.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye now. Diane DELIN, amazing, right? Violinist and composer, and all those arrangements that we heard are hers. I mean, she really is multi-talented. And have you noticed she's also very humble too? Very, very humble. And I love that. That's very refreshing in the industry too. She's just somebody who really loves the art form and the science of it all. And she's just really extraordinary. We hope you enjoyed that. And we thank her very much for joining us on the show. We've been looking forward to this episode for quite some time, and we do thank her again, the wonderful Diane DELIN. And then there's the spelling of the name. You just add on the .com for her website, and of course bluejazz.com if you'd like to get some of the music. And again, we shared some of the holiday music as well as a variety of different sounds tonight on the show. I do want to let you know that coming up on Monday, we have an amazing guest. We're going to switch to saxophone. Yes, saxophone. And we've got an amazing award-winning saxophonist who is joining us on Monday live. He's also going to play live for us as well, which we're really, really excited about. So don't miss Monday's show. This is the award-winning Danny Lerman. Danny Lerman is internationally known, and he is extraordinary. He's an amazing sax player and more, and he's going to be with us live on Monday, this Monday. It's going to be fantastic. Then I've got a real treat for you. Wow, is this going to be amazing? This is Brandon and James. They are extraordinary. I actually met Brandon at Carnegie Hall. Brandon competed in America's Got Talent. Who was one of the contestants. He's on the left, Brandon. And James, so he's the vocalist. James is the cellist, and they are an extraordinary group. You can see our posting on Facebook, and you can also see it on YouTube and read their bio. They have worked with so many artists. They've been a part of so many incredible performances, television, film, productions. They are brilliant together. So Brandon and James, great friends of mine, are going to be joining us on Tuesday. They're going to play live. It's going to be an amazing night of music. Again, Brandon, who's on the left, was on America's Got Talent. And then the two of them teamed up, Brandon on the left, James on the right, Brandon the vocalist, James the cellist, and they're very, very popular. Lots of CDs, lots of music, lots of awards. They're going to be with us exclusively on Tuesday, and I'm glad my friends Brandon and James are going to be popping on. And then an iconic singer and entertainer, a Chicago legend, and so much more. Josie Falbo is going to be with us live on Wednesday. She's incredible. She's been around for decades. So many incredible songs. She's been the voice of thousands of commercials too. You've heard her voice in thousands of TV commercials. She's a brilliant entertainer. She's a lot of fun, and she's here exclusively on Wednesday. That's right, on Wednesday. So we're really excited about that. Also, I want to make mention for everybody that a week from this Saturday, we're doing a Halloween costume party, and you're all invited. So what we're doing is, if you have photos of you in a costume, either now or maybe your kids or grandkids in a Halloween costume, send them in to us, because we're going to pick a winner as well. And we're going to reveal that on Saturday, the 31st. I'm going to be in costume. A couple of our viewers, Lovities, are actually going to be joining us live on the show. They're going to be, some surprise guests are going to be with us in costume. And we're going to do a Jim Masters Show live Halloween costume party a week from this Saturday. That is Saturday, October 31st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So if you have photos, try to email them to us as quick as you can. Photos of either you in a costume, Halloween-related costume. And again, I know some people don't celebrate Halloween, but just for the fun of it, we're just going to we need all the fun we can have this year. So it's for the fun of it. If there was a picture of you as a kid in a Halloween costume, I have a couple, and maybe your children or grandkids, whatever you wanted to send. But as long as somebody's in a costume, that'll be perfect. Send it to the email address, of course, and join us exclusively. The email address to send them to is jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's the show's email address, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Try to get them to us by Friday, October 30th, okay? Because we need to have time to be able to download them, then upload them to our system. And it takes a lot of time to do that sometimes, even with these episodes, with all the music and photos. And it's like a whole day's process. So if you can get them to us by Friday afternoon, this coming Friday, a week from today, the 30th, we'll have them ready for Saturday, and we'll show them. And we'll have a Halloween costume party. And we're going to have some surprise guests on with us as well. And we'll have a lot of fun. No tricks, just treats for us together on a Halloween. At first, I wasn't sure if we should do a Halloween show at all, or if we just, everybody take the night off in case they're out trick-or-treating or whatever. But a lot of people have said, no, do it. Okay, so we're going to do it a week from Saturday. So again, send your photos to jimmasterstv@gmail.com as soon as you can. So we have time during the week to download them. Then we have to upload them. And the group of us will be able to get it all together, and maybe yours will be seen. Maybe yours will be seen on the show, which would be kind of cool. So we're going to be a Halloween costume. I'm not going to say what my costume will be, but we'll have some fun. So that's a week from Saturday. So taking a look at the comments now, we won't be here this weekend. There's no show tomorrow and there's no show Sunday, just so you know. We went a little longer today. We're going to be back on Monday. We're off this weekend. So we're back on Monday. Okay. And Halloween, so many incredible guests. Thanks for another great show tonight. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, Kathy. Juanita, lovely show again. Enjoy your weekend, Jim. Good night. We'll see you all on Monday. That's right. If you're just joining us, we're not here tomorrow and not here Sunday. We have the weekend off. We have some family things and a lot of things we got to catch up on. And we're doing some system upgrades. And we just got a very busy weekend. So we're going to take the weekend off. You can go play amongst yourselves on Saturday and Sunday. But we'll be back Monday, kicking off our 25th week 25, of amazing shows and so much more. So you have a good weekend, and we will see you on Monday. And yes, very pleasant lady. I would agree. Diane, definitely. Absolutely. Thank you, Juanita. See you on Monday. Thank you, Kathy Short. And more coming in. Kathleen, thank you as well. Have a great night, weekend. Bye all. Good night to you, Kathleen. We'll see you on Monday. We are off this weekend. Can't wait. It's been a very busy week with my professional work too. And we just have a lot of things we have that are coming up, family events, and a lot of things coming up this weekend. So we're going to do that. Have a great weekend to you as well. We'll see you Monday, Renee. Good night, Jim and all. Marilyn and Wichita, we'll see you as well. And again, if you have a Halloween costume, past or present, send it along, and we will we'll have some fun on Saturday. Very enjoyable. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Glad we made you smile, from flat tire to dancing in the living room with the cat and with Ken. Thank you, Kathleen. The weekend off? Yes. Looking forward to it. It's going to be nice. But we'll be here Monday for everybody. And then we're jamming through with a lot of great guests. Phil Coulter's going to be on. I just spoke to him. He's excited. He's going to be on November 15th, live from Ireland. He's the multi-platinum award-winning music producer, songwriter, singer. We've got Corner Boy, the very popular band, coming on from Ireland. We've got George Hutton coming on from Ireland. We've got Roy Buckley, who's also a very popular Irish singer and musician. He's coming on. Glenn Scarpelli is going to be coming on in November. Got a lot of guests coming up. And that's just the short list. And then, of course, there's days where it's just us. We started the show with no guests. Guests just happened to pop on. The show we didn't intend the show to be guest-centric like this, but hey, everybody wants to pop on. They like the vibe, and I love having them on and having you with us as well. Enjoy your weekend, Jim, and thanks for one more amazing episode tonight. My pleasure. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Carla, sticking with us, and beautiful Brazil. Love it. Jennifer Barry, thanks, Jim and Diane. Jennifer, see, we made you zen. I knew if you were here, we would make you zen. Christine, Diane, so lovely and talented. The Halloween show sounds great idea for us. Thanks again for singing. Happy birthday to you. It was sweet and kind. Absolutely. I hope you have a beautiful and joyous and very happy birthday this weekend. Christine, we're away this weekend, but we got it in for tonight, and I wanted to do that. And I had talked to Diane before the show, and I said, do you pluck the violin? Because not everybody does. And do you pluck it? And you can pluck the violin while I sing happy birthday, and we'll do it in unison. So we both serenaded you with happy birthday, Christine. Isn't that cool? All right. Glad you enjoyed it. Have a good weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye all. Bye, Renee. Hopefully it doesn't snow or anything. Hope you have just a nice sunny weekend where you are and everything just melts in Iowa. Also, gang, if you have a suggestion, we're booked with guests all the way into December, but if there's somebody that does something special, they don't have to be a singer, they don't have to be a musician, they don't have to be an actor. This show is about everything. We want guests who do everything and anything. Inspirational people, all kinds of people. again, if you have a suggestion for a great guest on the Jim Masters Show Live, send guest inquiries to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. And thank you, thank you, thank you. We have a ton of them already, and I have to get to a lot of people. A lot of people have sent guest suggestions. Some of our previous guests have sent suggestions. I find guests. We have, team of people that are helping get guests as well. And you guys have sent people that and I love all that. I appreciate every single one of you out there. And the guests, too, who watch our show, they binge watch the episodes on YouTube, have also said, I want to go on that show. And I appreciate that. Have a suggestion for a great guest on the show, just send inquiries to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. We will review those, the group, and we will try to get back to everybody. Might not be overnight, just because we're pretty swamped right now, which is a grand problem to have, right? We love it. And again, our YouTube channel is Jim Masters TV. So we encourage you and would love it as we build that. If you missed this episode, you want to see it again, it's right there at YouTube at Jim Masters TV. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it, because we're going to be doing some exclusive things just on YouTube, some concert-like things. So you might want to subscribe to that if you haven't, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. We also uploaded some fresh content that has nothing to do with the Jim Masters Show Live onto our YouTube channel the last couple of days. We're putting more on this weekend. So check that out as well. You'll see me wearing different hats in my career. But gang, we're going to wrap up. This has been a good show, solid effort, and we thank you all for your time. We want to do our usual smile. We always say smile as much as you can. What a year to smile, that's for sure, right? And share the smiles. Don't forget to spread the lovity. Find your Zen place. Again, mine is with loving family and friends, my career, as well as cycling, tennis, music, the ocean, all of it. So find your Zen place as well. We also thank our wonderful friends at LMG, Life and Music Group, for their time and attention and love and support as well. As always, thank you very much. And we thank all of you. We thank all of you. And we also, again, want to take a moment to acknowledge National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And again, everybody do whatever you can. If you're able to donate to the various organizations, American Cancer Society, I've always had a relationship with them because I hosted, for a long time, and executive produced a public affairs television show for the American Cancer Society. And it was really wonderful. So again, just pausing to honor Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October. And it doesn't happen, I believe, just in the United States. I've heard other countries observe this month for breast cancer awareness as well. Any kind of cancer is just not good. All right, gang, one more comment coming in. Christine says, so very cool to have you both participate singing to me. Good night, Jim Masterful and lovely family. Good night, too, and have a very happy birthday. Let me get that cup, and before it spills over, I think George Burns siphoned my orange juice. Wasn't this orange juice filled when I started? George's cigar, I think he presses a button and it just goes, psst. I'm going to watch that, George Burns. All right, gang. We're going to wrap. Gone for the weekend. Back on Monday. You're going to miss us? We'll miss you. But we'll be here on Monday, recharged and ready to go. Thanks, Kathleen. You have a great weekend as well. Love you all. Thanks for all the time, attention, spreading the word. Thanks to all our guests. Thanks to everybody out there rolling up their sleeves, spreading the word about the show, spreading the lovity. It's a lot of work doing these shows, but I love it. And as long as you guys are out there watching and liking and tagging and subscribing and following and all the rest, we'll keep doing these shows for you. And maybe I'll keep doing the show until my hair reaches my... No, we would get it cut by then. All right, gang, more comments coming in. This is like the forever goodbye team here. Fortnite Gaming. Yes. Oh, wait, that's Jennifer Barry. I did. These things go so fast. They go night to you, Jennifer. And Fortnite Gaming, Raphael. Cool to see you. I got to see him actually before we went live on. Diane had him sneak in. He brought her the violin for us, that beautiful violin that she showed from 1734. Good night, Fortnite Gaming. Don't forget to tell all of your friends, all your video game friends, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. We would love it. All right, you have a good night, Fortnite Gaming. Raphael, thanks for your hard work and your assistance tonight as well with our show. Good night, everyone. Live from San Diego, Danilo. I'm glad Danilo in San Diego, that you've been enjoying those photos that I've been posting on Facebook. Autumn in New England is something special. That's some of my photography work, and I've been sharing some of that from my collection from our travels in New England, USA. And whenever I post those, I get so many people just really seem to love those shots. So I'm glad you're enjoying the Autumn in New England photos I've been sharing on Facebook at Jim Masters TV, Instagram, and on Twitter. Just doing what I can to put smiles on people's faces and sort of take our minds off the craziness of life, you know? So if beautiful fall foliage does that, if great music does that, if comedy, if just us being together does that, perfect. Jennifer sneaking in. She's getting ready to dance to our theme song. Yeah, you know, I got a beautiful, beautiful post from Alex, who said he absolutely loved being a guest on the show. He wrote to me privately as well, and then did a public post. He said he's never been interviewed like that before. He's never experienced anything like that. He loved the episode we did together with his brother and his better half, and all the levity and fun and music when he was on the show. A kind of brilliant violinist as well. And he was just pouring his heart out to me. It was really incredible. I love that note. It was really nice of him to do that. One of our guests, again, you can see his episode from the summertime on the Jim Masters Show live, archived on YouTube. I just shared the link to him on your show again on this Facebook page tonight, and so did I. Yes, the link to YouTube. Definitely share the YouTube link. He just loved it, and he said it was actually a beautiful keepsake. He was honored by it, and we were honored to have him on the show. And Renee, you mentioned him, so we appreciate that as well. And yes, Danilo is liking all the Autumn in New England photos on our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, it's good chatting with you too, and hope everybody's doing well. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you have good food during the weekend. You have smiles during the weekend. It's one more week left of October, and I'm loving it because it's sweater weather, and I love sweaters. So we're pulling out all the different sweaters. But to wherever you are around the world, we thank you for watching. We thank you for being a part of the Jim Masters Show live. We thank you very much for tuning in, for all the likes, all the comments, and it really is touching, and it's pretty cool, pretty darn cool, you know? Makes us want to keep going and doing more. So with that, this is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time till next time on the Jim Masters Show live. Again, we'll be back Monday. Have a good weekend. We'll be back Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live with the incredible saxophonist, Danny Lerman. It's going to be amazing. If you love sax, join us. Join us on Monday. Happy birthday again to you, Christine. We'll see y'all on Monday. Great week ahead. Good night. Love you all. Take care. Thanks for watching the Jim Masters Show live. And another comment comes in, and it is Jennifer Barry, and she's saying, Jim, thank you for doing this for us. My pleasure. See ya. All right. As Diane stretches her legs out, I'm going to stretch mine out too. We'll see ya. Oh, you want to see the characters? There they are. You got George. You've got Gilligan. Might as well slip them in. You won't see them over the weekend. Lin is on the other side. I know you guys want to see Lin again. There's Silver. And one more. Which one is it? I should do a quiz. Jeannie. Jeannie's in her bottle, blinking at you. Good night. So your cast of characters are there. That should cover you for the weekend. Good night. Have a pleasant weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Thanks, everybody. We had a ball tonight. Take care.